When you think about ancient civilizations, what comes to your mind as the first? Egypt? The Mayans? Actually, there were four civilizations. They will be considered to be the first real settled civilizations with government. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Jay.K, and I'm going to tell about these four amazing ancient civilizations. Of course, we all know the Egyptians, but there were also the Mesopotamians, the Indus, and the Yellow civilizations. Beginning about 1,000 years ago, these fascinating civilizations were entirely different from our own. They had their own policies, religions, societies, and cultures. They also had similarities to each other. They are all located in the northern hemisphere, and they have fertile land and rivers. Also, their climates are mild. Archaeologists had estimated that the Mesopotamian civilization is the very first. The word Mesopotamia means the land between two rivers. The two rivers are named Tigris and Euphrates. Mesopotamia land is the Middle East now. The race that was in Mesopotamia was called Sumer. Sumer founded Mesopotamia, and the other races started to move to Mesopotamia. Then the very first human city in history was formed. It created the very first alphabet and used bronze for the first time. Also, they invented laws, maps, wheels, wine and beer, and decided 1 year should be called 12 months and came up with 1 week. There was a social order that was divided into king, bureaucracy, warriors, commoners, and slaves. Culturally, there were Hammurabi's rule, lunar year, and outward religion. Mesopotamia fell in 226 AD because it was in an open area, making it vulnerable. So Romans and Parthians invaded and it fell. Egyptian civilization started about 6000 BCE along the Nile River. It was located in the present Egypt. The science technology in Egypt was well developed. The Egyptians started a farming culture and used hieroglyphics, their system of letters. They also used measurement, astronomy, and metallurgy. They used a paper called papyrus. Their architecture was really advanced, especially considering the technology of the time compared with the structures they built. They built pyramids and the Sphinx. The building of pyramid is still mysterious today. Extremely massive stones were well built in pyramid shape. Even the present technology can't build real pyramids. Interestingly, the pyramids are actually graves for the pharaohs. The pharaohs are the dominators who ruled Egypt. Pharaohs were worshipped like gods when they were alive, so after their deaths, Egyptians made pyramids as their graves and mummified the pharaohs. Egyptian math and geometry was developed and used decimal system. Because Egyptian environment is covered with deserts and seas, Egypt lasted a long time, but Assyria and Persia invaded them in 6th century BCE, causing Egypt to fall. About late 2000 BCE, Yellow civilization has started in China area. Yellow civilization gets its name because it is situated along the Yellow River. In the Neolithic era, its products and skills, such as farming and cattle breeding, were already developed. Chinese civilization cultivated millets, Borneo millets, and Indian millets. With developed farming, the society stratified and converted to a patrilineal society, social order, which caused 3 ancient countries, beginning by the Yellow area. One of the countries invented an alphabet called inscriptions on bones and tortoise carpes. This alphabet is the origin of today's Chinese characters. Also, this country made beautiful and exquisite bronzewares. The Yellow civilization broadened contacts with other small civilizations around the Yellow civilization. Feudalism was the political system they used. The emperors or kings controlled the capital, and royal bloods or meritorious retainers controlled the other parts of the land. This civilization can be divided into 18 periods, and it never fell. Just the names changed. It wasn't observed by other countries and has a name. About 2500 BCE, the lava era founded in the civilization by the Indus River in India. Harappa and Mohenjo-daro were the main cities of the civilizations. They were built with adobes, dead roads, grain storages, drainages, and public bathhouses. They used bronze to make and cultivate weapons and tools. In Indus civilization, a trading system was developed so that the tradespeople, merchants, often used sailboat to trade with Iran and Mesopotamia. There were hieroglyphics that they used to read and write. About 1500 BCE, Aryans from the Middle East arrived to Indus Valley. They kept advancing to the east after they conquered the former inhabitants by the Indus River. About 1000 BCE, Aryans went by the Ganges River and started settling into an agricultural life. They had a patronage-centered large family system, and an interesting fact is that they sacred cows. They had a caste, which is a social order system to conquer former inhabitants' societies. Aryans was divided into Brahman, Kshatriya, and Vaishya in that order. The former inhabitants was Sudra, which meant slaves. In fact, Aryans made Indus fall and continued to have new civilizations. These four civilizations are non-existent now, except the Yellow civilization. Egypt fell and reformed to Egypt again later. Mesopotamia is the Middle East now. Yellow kept going, becoming China. Indus became what we now call India. As long as humans don't become extinct, all societies will be here forever. Thank you for listening to my speech, and have a wonderful evening.